What's up? It's your guy, African Ant Man. And man, what a great fight yesterday with Lomachenko and Luke Campbell. Man, that was a good fight. Luke Campbell fought a good fight. It was a close fight up until the 11th round. Was a deciding factor when Lomachenko dropped Luke Campbell, hit him with a body punch, and the body punch put him down to that knee. But before that, it was a close fight, man. Luke Campbell could have won that fight, but Lomachenko won with a unanimous decision. But man, one thing that I questioned before this fight, and I still question, how is Lomachenko #1 pound for pound fighter? He 14-1. He only had 14 fights. How could you determine somebody being pound for pound the best fighter with only 14 fights? And then it don't look like, okay, he what, a 3-division world champion? He won world champions in 3 divisions, I believe. I get that, but still, 13 fights? 14 fights? How could you really say you pound for pound the best in 14 fights? I always question that, and I definitely questioned it after the performance against Luke Campbell. I don't know if it's because Luke Campbell was a southpaw and Lomachenko couldn't throw those angles that he usually throw. One thing I gotta admit about Lomachenko, he got good footwork. He always moving. No matter what, he always moving. But I don't think Lomachenko should be on the #1 on the pound for pound list. In fact, I don't understand how Deontay Wilder ain't in the top 10. The top 10, #1, Lomachenko. #2, Terrence Crawford. #3, Canelo Alvarez. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Earl Spence is #6. Gennady Golovkin #7. Mikey Garcia #9. Pacquiao #10. I don't understand how Deontay Wilder is not on that pound for pound list. Simply because, to me, no heavyweight gonna beat Deontay Wilder. Yeah, he don't have a lot of good technique, but no heavyweight gonna beat Deontay Wilder. He should be on. He should be elite. He should be on that top 10 list. #2, Mikey Garcia shouldn't be on and he shouldn't be in the top 10. To me, he not. He fought. He had world champions in a few divisions, but that don't determine how, like that. I don't like that pound for pound list, man. I just don't like it, man. It ain't right to me, man. Earl Spence should be higher on that list. Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence should be #1 on that list, followed by Terrence Crawford, in my eyes. And then Canelo. And then Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Those should be the top 4 or 5 on that list. 5 on the list. Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, and Manny Pacquiao #5. To me, I don't understand how it's guys on this list to me that shouldn't be on here. Maybe I need to do more research. I don't understand. You know what I think? I think Top Rank is behind this pound for pound list. I think Top Rank behind it. I could be wrong, but it just seemed like Top Rank behind it. You know what I mean? Then another thing, man, I understand certain Top Rank fighters and announcers, they supposed to be behind the fighters that's on Top Rank. I get that. But you ain't got to sit here and overdo it, man. These announcers with Top Rank, they overdo it. They go above and beyond. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say their name, Timothy Bradley. I don't know. I think he was Top Rank. I ain't 100% sure. But Timothy Bradley, you go above and beyond to dog anybody to talk down on anybody that's not with Top Rank. I noticed that about you, man. I ain't feeling that. Ain't nobody ducking Terrence Crawford. Nobody ducking him. You already know Top Rank and any other promotion don't get along. You know that. You know Top Rank, Al Heyman. You know they don't get along, man. You know they can't come to agreement with a fight. Yeah, they got the fight done with they got the fight done with Deontay Wilder and the Gypsy King. Yeah, they got the fight done with them. And Tyson Fury, they got that fight done, but it ain't too many fights they got done, man. They don't get along. They don't work good together. We know this. Don't try to down talk other fighters because they not with Top Rank. Period, man. They not with Bob Arum. Don't talk down on Timothy Bradley, because that's what you always do, man. I noticed that, man. You talk down on any fights that's not with Bob Arum, man. I ain't feeling that, man. I ain't feeling it at all. And I ain't trying to come at nobody or I'm just stating my opinion, man. I ain't trying to be all into no beef or none of that. I'm just stating my opinion. Not into no conversation. I'm stating my opinion. My opinion is, as far as Timothy Bradley, he come at fighters that's not with Bob Arum. And as far as Lomachenko should be number 1 on the list of the pound for pound fighters. Hell, he should be in the top 5 to me, the way he fought last night. And I heard Javante ready to fight him. Javante, to me, was been ready to fight him, man. From what I saw, Javante was been ready to fight Lomachenko. And then another thing, man, I think they pump up a lot of fighters, man. I think they let a lot of fighters, they be hype jobs. A lot of these fighters be hype jobs. So if you look at their resume, they didn't fight nobody. They haven't fought anybody. They hype jobs, man. You look at these fighter resumes. And then as soon as they get into the ring with a contender, they look terrible. Like Luke Campbell was a contender. You see how Lomachenko look. He ain't look terrible, but he ain't look like he should be the pound for pound number 1 fighter. In my opinion. He ain't look like that against Luke Campbell. And then what's his name? Timothy Bradley going at Earl Spence. Dude, you ain't want to fight Earl Spence. He called you out. Why don't you get back and fight him? Why don't you get back in shape and unretire and fight him? Since you got so much to say, why don't you fight him? Dude, we killing me, man. Talking about him and Sean Porter ducking Terrence Crawford. Ain't nobody ducking Terrence Crawford, man. You know those two. You know, Top Rank don't get along with nobody else. Well, you know, Al Hammond and Bob Arum ain't on the same page. We all know this. They don't. It's hard to do business with them together. We know this, but they gonna get past it. We gonna get these fights. And then if Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence fight, if they fight the next year, who else is it gonna be to fight? Whether Terrence or Earl win, who else is the big contenders in the welterweight division? Who else is out there? Of course they're gonna prolong that fight because they the best 2 fighters in the welterweight division. If they fight each other and whoever win, who else out there for them to fight? Only other thing they can do is go up and fight Canelo or something like that. Ain't nobody else out there for them to fight in the welterweight division. Them the best 2 fighters, man. And yeah, you got Danny Garcia out there. He's a good fighter. Sean Porter's a good fighter. You know, Manny Pacquiao not gonna fight Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence. He's not fighting either one of those, man. That's out the question. I see, if depending on how this fight go, I can see Manny Pacquiao trying to fight Sean Porter next. I don't think he's gonna fight Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him fighting none of those fighters. But I don't know, man. I don't like this pound for pound list, man. I will say that. I ain't feeling this pound for pound list. I think Earl Spence is number 1 on the pound for pound list. Terrence Crawford number 2. You know, and Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, and Manny Pacquiao. And then maybe Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe Lomachenko. I don't understand how in 14 fights you putting this man on the pound for pound list. Everybody else on this list have at least 20 fights. At least 20 fights. Everybody. Gennady Golovkin, 39-1-1. Earl Spence, 25-0. Canelo Alvarez, 52-1-2. Everybody on this list had at least 20 fights, man. So, with that being said, I don't understand how Lomachenko. I see his skill in the ring. He got good footwork. I seen his potential. He do got a lot of potential, and he is one of the future fighters in boxing, in my opinion. But I want to see him fight somebody. I want to see him fight a Devin Haney. I want to see him fight a Shakur Stevenson. I want to see him fight a Gervonta Davis. Hell, Gervonta Davis, in my opinion, could be on this list. Maybe be at the bottom of this list, man. He's a great fighter. I don't know why he ain't in the top 10. It just I don't know, man. Maybe I look at it wrong. Anybody please get in the comment section and tell me, how do you rank the pound for pound list? How do they rank it? Somebody explain this to me, because I don't understand it, man. That's all I got, man. I'm gonna get off of here, man. I want to shout out to whoever put that fight together with Lomachenko and Luke Campbell. It was a great fight. I enjoyed every bit of the fight. I saw a lot of good and a lot of bad in that fight. I want to thank all my listeners, everybody that listened to me. Don't forget to get in the comment section. Explain to me about this pound for pound list, how they rank them. Let me know, because I think Top Rank behind it. That's just my opinion, man. I think Top Rank behind it. I'm going to keep it real. So, with that being said, like this video. Put a thumbs down. I don't care. Comment and subscribe to my channel, man. I'm going to be putting out more content. Thank y'all and peace out.